Welcome to Factful Finance, the channel where your financial power gets a reality check and a rocket boost. All right, let's hit it with this. What if I told you the highest credit card limits aren't actually advertised? That's right. You can't just walk into a bank and grab a brochure that says this one goes to $1 million. But they exist. Quietly, discreetly, and if you know how the system works, you just might land one. So which credit card really has the highest limit? And, more importantly, how do you qualify for it? Because let's be honest, this isn't just about flexing at dinner. It's about unlocking liquidity, building leverage, and navigating the game like a pro. Let's get into it. First things first, credit card limits in the US aren't set in stone. Unlike auto loans or mortgages, there's no legally mandated maximum. Issuers like American Express, Chase, and Citi determine your limit based on your creditworthiness, not a fixed ceiling. That means your income, your credit score, your payment history, your debt-to-income ratio, all of that comes into play. Now here's where it gets spicy. Some credit cards don't have a preset spending limit at all. They operate on a completely different algorithm. Take the American Express Centurion Card, aka the Black Card. This is probably the most legendary high-limit credit card out there, but forget applying. You have to be invited. Think, you're spending upwards of $250,000 to $500,000 a year on your existing Amex before they even consider reaching out. And no, that's not a typo. Amex doesn't disclose a credit limit for the Centurion. Why? Because it's dynamic. Your limit changes depending on your spending habits, income, and payment history. There are Centurion holders, yes, real people, who've charged over $1 million in a single month. But let's pause, because the question isn't just which card can handle the biggest charge, it's also which one makes the most sense for you. Not everyone's dropping 7 figures on a yacht in Ibiza. For high earners, think surgeons, business owners, elite consultants, cards like the JP Morgan Reserve and Citi Prestige, when it was still offered, can rival or even exceed 6-figure limits. Let me give you an example. A client named Marcus, tech entrepreneur, mid-40s, pulling in about $900 a year. He started with an Amex Gold, built it up responsibly. Then, over a 3-year span, his limit on the Amex Platinum climbed from $25,000 to $120,000. By year 5, he was pre-approved for the Centurion. He didn't take it, but he could. And that's the point. You build trust with issuers like you're building a business partnership. You show them you're reliable, consistent, and valuable, and they respond with credit that scales. Let's shift to the data. According to the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, the average credit card limit in the US for prime borrowers is around $30,000. For super prime borrowers, FICO scores over 800, it can push past $50,000. But that's the average. Outliers, they can go way beyond that. Now, if you're looking for cards with consistently high ceilings, even if you're not in the Millionaires Club yet, here are a few standouts. 1. Chase Sapphire Reserve. Heavy travel benefits and reported limits of $50,000 to $100,000 for top-tier clients. Requires excellent credit and strong income documentation. 2. American Express Platinum. No preset limit, but based on your spend pattern and payment history. Amex uses something called pay over time to let you carry balances, but be strategic with it. 3. Bank of America Premium Rewards Elite quietly offers very high limits to HNWIs with assets held at BofA or Merrill. One user in a Forbes case study was approved for a $95,000 limit in under 60 days after shifting assets. But remember, having a massive limit doesn't mean you should max it. Use high limits to your advantage by keeping utilization low. That's the golden rule for maintaining a high credit score. Aim to stay under 10%. That tells lenders, I've got access, but I'm disciplined. And here's something a lot of people miss. If you're using your high-limit card for business purposes, there are cards built just for you. Amex Business Platinum and Chase Inc. Business Preferred routinely offer limits above $100,000 if your revenue backs it up. They're also excellent for cash flow management, especially when combined with solid bookkeeping and automated payments. Quick sidebar, don't overlook charge cards, especially from Amex. These don't have preset limits, but they do come with expectations. You're typically required to pay in full each month, but if you do, you're signaling financial strength, and that can lead to seriously high spending power. But let's talk real strategy for a sec. If you want to earn a high credit limit, here's what matters most. Pay on time. Every time. Even a single 30-day late can crater your chances for an upgrade. Ask for increases proactively. Once every 6-12 months, request a soft pull limit increase. Some issuers reward consistency. Use your card, but don't abuse it. Moderate, predictable spend that's paid off signals reliability. That's what lenders want. Keep income updated. Most cards allow you to update your income online. Do it annually. If your income grew by 20%, your limit should too. Diversify your portfolio. One high-limit card is good, 2 is better, but only if you can manage them responsibly. And don't forget your credit mix. Auto loans, mortgages, student debt, these play into your overall credit profile. You want to look like someone who can juggle multiple obligations with precision. Alicia, a 37-year-old interior designer from Houston, did exactly that. She started with a $5,000 limit Capital One card. Year over year, she increased her income, kept utilization under 5%, and diversified her credit types. By year 6, she held 2 cards totaling $160,000 in available credit, and she never paid a cent in interest. That's the game. One final myth to squash. There is no such thing as the card with the highest limit, universally. Limits are personal, they're algorithmic, they're based on you. But if you build your credit muscle, play the long game, and understand how banks evaluate risk, you can access limits most people don't even know exist. This content is for educational purposes only, and not financial advice. Mentioning any apps, products, or services isn't an endorsement. Always consult a certified financial professional for guidance tailored to your life. Now I want to hear from you. What's the highest limit you've ever seen or had on a card? Drop it in the comments. And if you've been eyeing a card upgrade, this might be the sign you needed. If this helped clarify the world of high-limit credit cards, you're going to want to stick around. The next video? Let's just say it unlocks a level of credit power you probably didn't know you could access. Hit that button, and I'll see you there.